Israel championed freedom and human rights. It stood by the free world in its Cold War against Soviet tyranny and shared its determination to resist the extremism and aggression that threatened human liberty in the Middle East. During the 1950s, U.S. diplomacy in the region focused on achieving stability. After the outbreak of the Sinai War in 1956, President Eisenhower sought a swift end to hostilities and the implementation of new security arrangements. In the quiet decade that followed, Israel completed major infrastructure projects, like the national water carrier, while absorbing masses of new immigrants from Arab lands. But the Soviet Union worked ceaselessly to expand and strengthen its outposts in the region, riding the wave of Nasserism that swept the Arab world. President Eisenhower made his position clear. Enough is enough, and declared America's commitment to defend moderate regimes from a threat of Soviet aggression. The election of President Kennedy in 1960 brought U.S.-Israeli relations to a new level. Meeting Prime Minister Golda Meir in Palm Beach after the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy for the first time described Israel as an important ally. The groundwork was laid for strategic cooperation, including U.S. arms supplies to the Israel Defense Forces. The special relationship grew even closer under President Johnson. In 1964, Prime Minister Eshkol became the first Israeli leader invited officially to the White House, as well as the LBJ Ranch in Texas. Personal chemistry between the two men strengthened the ties between their nations. Israel's remarkable six-day war victory in 1967 further deepened its friendship and sense of shared responsibility with the United States. The IDF's superiority over Soviet-backed Arab armies strengthened Israel's standing and lifted the spirits of American Jews. At war's end, Washington insisted that any withdrawal from territory taken in battle would depend upon the Arab nations recognizing Israel and ending the state of war. The basis for Middle East peacemaking ever since, with America putting Israel's security first. On Yom Kippur in 1973, the holiest day of the Jewish year, Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on Israel. While Israel would ultimately emerge victorious, it suffered heavy losses and international isolation. At the height of the fighting, President Nixon came to Israel's aid, ordering an emergency airlift of arms and equipment that helped the IDF turn the tide of battle in Sinai and the Golan Heights. Israelis and the entire world now knew, in time of need, America stood by its allies.